भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. I welcome all the devotees for this morning Bhagavatam class. Today I was asked to speak on the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 18th chapter. And it's not that we are discussing on just one shloka as it is traditional, but I was asked to summarize a set of shlokas in this section, beginning from 7th shloka of 18th chapter all the way till somewhere 30th, or I don't remember the number. I'll discuss as much as I can.
31 shloka, Prabhu.
31? Okay. Okay. We'll cover as much as possible. We'll not rush. Anyways, we are not covering any syllabus for any Shastric course. We are discussing only in the morning. So, the 18th chapter of the first canto is very interesting because it is this chapter in which Sukadeva Goswami describes, Sutta Goswami describes how Parikshit Maharaj was cursed by Shringi to die within 7 days. And the entire chapter is filled with a lot of interesting narrations and insights. That in the beginning of the chapter we see why Parikshit Maharaj did not kill Kali but just punished him. And later we see glories of the whole process of Sravanam, hearing from bona fide authorities, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam from devotees. And after that, the real story of Parikshit Maharaj being cursed by Shringi begins. So, overall, the chapter is very insightful, has a variety of content. So, let's begin with the 7th chapter, 7th shloka. In the previous 2 chapters, we saw how Parikshit Maharaj chastised Kali. He gave several places to Kali to stay. Initially, he tried to kill Kali, but Kali surrendered to him, ironically. But later Parikshit Maharaj said, okay, I'm not killing you because you have taken my shelter, but you cannot stay in this place. You should get out of my kingdom. Then Kali said that you have given me shelter. You should allow me to stay in this kingdom only. How can you say that? How can you claim that you have given shelter, but you are not giving me place to stay in your kingdom? Then Parikshit Maharaj said, okay, fine, you can stay where the four regulative principles are being broken. Then Kali said, such places don't exist in your kingdom only, means you are making me residenceless. Then Parikshit said, yes, intelligent. Then you can stay where uh, there is gold. Because whenever there is excessive wealth, the tendency of a person is to utilize that excessive wealth for sense enjoyment and some unmentionable purposes. So, therefore, Parikshit Maharaj said, you can stay where gold is. And later, Parikshit Maharaj expertly utilized all this wealth in Krishna conscious activities. So, the seventh chapter of this shloka uh, begins with, let me open folio and then show the seventh, just 1 second, 1.18.7. So, the seventh shloka of this chapter shows why Parikshit Maharaj did it, why he has to be kind, even though Kali was really surrendered to Parikshit Maharaj, he was humbling himself. Still, knowing the nefarious nature of Kali, Parikshit could have killed him. That's the expectation. But Parikshit did not kill him because he is an essence seeking devotee. That's what the seventh shloka says. Nanudveshtika samrat saranga ivasarabhuk kushalanyasu siddhyanti netarani kritani yet. Nanudveshtika samrat. This samrat, Parikshit Maharaj, is non-envious. Nanudveshti. He did not envy Kali. Why? Saranga ivasarabhuk. He is a devotee who knows the essence. He is an essence-seeking devotee. What is the essence in Kali Yuga? Kali Yuga is doshanidhi, kaler doshanidherajan asti hi eko mahan guna. Okay. So Kali is an ocean of faults. What is the good quality in Kali that attracted Parikshit Maharaj and made him forgive Kali and not kill Kali? The answer is this. Nanudveshti kalim samrat saranga iva sarabhuk kushalanyasu siddhyanti netarani kritaniyat. In Kali Yuga, a special concession is given to people. One concession that we know, the process of self-realization has become very simplified. Just by chanting the holy names of Krishna, you can attain Krishna. Kirtanadeva Krishnasya mukta sangaha param vrajat. That's one glorious quality of Kali Yuga. But another glorious quality as mentioned in the shloka is, you perform good activities and you get good results. You perform bad activities, you get bad results. That's the general format. Okay. In the previous yugas, if you think of performing good activity, but not actually perform good activity, you will not get any result. And in the previous yugas, if you think of performing a bad activity, but not actually do it, still you will get the bad result. But Kali Yuga is the opposite. In Kali Yuga, even if you don't physically, practically perform a good activity, but at least you think of doing something good to others, you will get good results. And as far as bad activities are concerned, if you think of performing a bad activity, you will not be penalized unless you actually perform it. So, in short, our good thoughts are rewarded, our bad thoughts are not penalized in Kali Yuga. Just imagine if we have to be punished and penalized for every wrong thought that we are having in our mind. My God, every Kali Yuga soul will have to live in hell for thousands and millions of years if we are evaluated from that perspective. So there is some concession given to Kali Yuga people. So that's good. So Parikshit Maharaj understood, okay, at least Kali Yuga has some advantage. Let me be little lenient on Kali Yuga. And ultimately speaking, it is the will of the Lord because of which Kali has to flourish, even though an able king Parikshit was there. Okay. Then, so this is the essence of this particular shloka. Prabhupada writes in the purport that Kali is a fallen age. The living beings are already in an awkward position, but the Lord has given them some special facilities so that the living beings do not become victims of sinful activities until they actually perform it. Okay. So, next, eighth shloka. Eighth shloka. We'll recite some shlokas at least. Kim nu baleshu surena kalina dhira bhurina kalina dhira bhiruna apramattah pramatteshu yovruko nrushu vartate. This shloka says that Maharaj Parikshit considered that less intelligent people might find Kali to be very powerful, but for those who are self-controlled, there is no fear. Dhira bhiruna kalina. So dhira means self-controlled people, sober people, mature people. Okay, they are not afraid of Kali. Apramattaha pramatteshu yovruko nrushu vartate. So Kali Yuga is having so many bad qualities, but when we sincerely take shelter of Krishna, when we are self-controlled, when we are detached, when we are more composed and mature, Kali will not affect us. So Parikshit Maharaj understood this. So Kali will attack only unintelligent people, or what to say, people who are not self-controlled, people who are more susceptible. Just like there is this COVID virus. When somebody is very careful using sanitizer or mask and not coming out unnecessarily, and whenever he comes out for some very, very important reason, he's very careful not to touch things here and there. Okay. So then COVID will not affect him, right? Similarly, when we are rooted in Bhakti Yoga, when we are chanting Hare Krishna nicely, when we are doing our services to Guru Krishna and Vaishnavas nicely, and when we are worshipping the Lord and taking shelter of the Lord with all heart and soul, then Kali will not affect us. But if we are not attentive in our spiritual practices, then Kali will affect us. So Parikshit Maharaj understood that those who are mature and sober and spiritually inclined, they are unaffected by Kali Yuga, but common people are affected by Kali Yuga. Therefore, I must take special care of such people. So a leader is one who gives special importance and special care to weak people, right? Those who are not very mature or intelligent or experienced, they need some special care. Just like a mother gives special care to the youngest child and not the child who is little more grown up, right? Similarly, Parikshit Maharaj also took extra care of simple people, foolish people, right? Careless people. So next, ninth shloka. We'll recite this. I am just reciting the shlokas and giving a short explanation as expected. Upavarnitametadvah punyam parikshitam maya vasudeva kathopetam akhyanam yadapritchata. Sutta Goswami is saying, "O sages, you have asked me to describe about Parikshit Maharaj. I have spoken almost everything about Parikshit Maharaj." So Sutta Goswami is kind of summarizing what he has said so far. Then he further continues. Ya katha bhagavatah kathaniyoru karmanah gunakarmashrayah pumbhihi samsevyasta babhushubhihi. He says that ya katha bhagavatah kathaniyoru karmanah. So the Supreme Lord's katha means activities, pastimes, nama, rupa, guna, lila. His kathaniya is worth describing. Okay. All the activities of the Lord are the worthiest subject matters for our discussion. Those who are desirous of achieving complete perfection in life must submissively hear these topics that are connected to Krishna, who acts wonderfully, right? So uh, he is glorifying the whole process of Harikatha now. Till now he was speaking about one of the devotees of Lord Hari. Now he is describing the glory of the process of hearing Harikatha. Okay, next. Several shlokas that come from this point till the storyline. There are shlokas that are glorifying the whole process of Harikatha. These are very, very nice shlokas. The prescribed remedy for counteracting this cycle of birth, death, old age, disease is Krishna Katha. Systematically hearing about Krishna's Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela will push us towards eternal life. That's what Prabhupada says. Systematic hearing means know Krishna gradually, in truth, in fact. So then you can attain eternal life. Because the life in this material world is temporary. So we need to enter eternal life. And the process of entering eternal life is to describe the pastimes of the Supreme Eternal Lord. So after Sutta Goswami mentioned like this, the sages of Naimisharanya became very enthused and they started saying, Rishaya uchuhu Suta Jiva Samaha Saumya Shashvatir Vishadam Yashaham Yastvam Samsasi Krishnasya Martyanam Amritam Hinaha. Now the excitement of a sincere hearer of Srimad Bhagavatam is being seen in these shlokas. In the next 6 or 7 shlokas, the sages of Naimisharanya express their excitement. How excited they are. They are so excited to hear Harikatha from Sutta Goswami. They were extremely feeling blessed. So they were saying here that Suta Jiva Samaha Saumya Shashvatir Vishadam Yashaha. Oh, Sutta Goswami, Shashvatir, may you live for a long time. We wish long life for you, right? Samaha means years. So may you live for a long time. This is one of the prominent blessings in the Vedic culture. May you live long. May you have long life. Okay. So may you live for many years and have eternal fame. Shashvatir Vishatam Yashaha. Yasha means fame. So may you be famous. Yastam Samshasi Krishnasya Martyanam Amritam Hinaha. Because you are very nicely describing the activities of Lord Hari. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishnasya. And what is the speciality of these descriptions? Martyanam Amritam Hinaha. Martya means one who is destined to die. Martya means a human being who is destined to die and leave one's body. But Amrita means eternity. So, for mortal beings, Krishna Katha will act as nectar that makes them immortal. So, this is a heartfelt blessing. When we hear sincerely, when we hear Harikatha from a sincere devotee of Krishna, naturally, our well wishes, our good wishes will just pour out from our mouth, pour out from our heart. So, when we describe Harikatha sincerely, we extract blessings from devotees who are hearing. So, our sincere glorification of Lord Hari will attract sincere blessings from sincere hearers, and that acts as a great fortune or boon to all of us, right? So, by describing Lord Krishna, we are not only purifying ourselves, but we are also attracting so many blessings of devotees, right? So, that's what it is said. Sajihvamrita varshini pratipadam ya stauti narayanam. Sajihva amrita varshini. That jihva, that tongue which is constantly showering the rain of amrita, of Krishna Katha. Sajihva amrita varshini pratipadam. If a devotee chooses to utilize one's tongue and mouth only to glorify Krishna and not doing anything else, right? On a regular basis, if he's doing that, then uh, he will get so many blessings. Ya stauti Narayanam. If you are doing stuti, stuti means to praise. If you are praising Lord Narayana with the power of your speech, you will become recipient of hundreds of blessings from your souls. Okay. And the sages of Naimisharanya are showering their blessings. Not exactly blessings, but their good wishes, you can say like that. Now, what is a blessing? It's not that only a superior will bless a younger person. Yes, that is valid. But blessing is not often said, yes, I bless you. I bless you like this. May you have long life, or may you have so much wealth. May you be very famous. I bless you like that. It may be possible. But real blessing is that uh, when we sincerely desire the welfare or success or good fortune for someone else, that acts as a blessing. Okay. Oftentimes, blessings are beyond the giver. Blessings are beyond the giver means the person who is blessing may not have the ability or experience or strength to shower a particular blessing on another person. Mm. But if the wish is sincere, the desire is sincere, if a person is selflessly desiring for the spiritual upliftment of other people, that desire will act as a blessing, because Krishna will reciprocate with sincere desires. Mm. So Krishna will reciprocate with the sincere desires of devotees, and if we sincerely desire the welfare of common people or any other devotee, okay, may this devotee get this good fortune. May this devotee study Bhagavatam nicely. May this devotee render this service to spiritual master nicely. May this devotee worship the deities nicely. So when we desire like that, although we don't have the ability to facilitate it or actually make it happen, but when we sincerely desire, our desire will act as a blessing upon that person. That's why we are eager to take blessings even from younger people also. Okay. Even small children also can bless. Even those who are not so much in spiritual line also can bless, in the sense that they sincerely wish good for us, then that will act as blessing, right? Any genuine wish, Krishna will reciprocate. And eventually, by genuinely desiring the welfare of another devotee, even those people who are not practicing bhakti will become devotees, right? That's why we need to be very kind and affectionate and gentle in our dealings with other devotees, isn't it? We need to be very kind and affectionate. If we are rude, if we are very rough in our dealings with other people, just because they may not be practicing bhakti or whatever, then what happens is we will miss their blessings. Secondly, they will miss an opportunity to come closer to Krishna. When a devotee doesn't behave properly with other outside people, then they will not get a good inspiration to come closer to Krishna consciousness. Oh, he is chanting Hare Krishna. This is what is his behavior. No, I will not enter Hare Krishna. They may think like that. So, when we are very kind and affectionate towards everyone, that's the nature of a devotee. Ajata shatravaha shantaha sadhavaha sadhubhushanaha. A devotee is said to be Ajata Shatru. He doesn't consider anyone as a enemy. Although so many people may consider devotees as enemies sometimes, but devotees will never consider anyone as their enemies. They are very kind and gentle towards everyone. Suhrudaha sarva bhutanam. Suhrudaha sarva dehinam. They are suhruds. They are genuine well-wishers of everyone. And the genuine well-wishes of devotees will act as blessing upon others. Hope you are able to hear clearly. Background noise is affecting you. All right.
Yes, Prabhu.
Let's go to the next sloka. 12th sloka. Shall we? You also will recite? Anyone would like to recite? Karmanyasmin anasvase
Karmanyasmin anasvase
Karmanyasmin anasvashe
dhuma dhumratmanam bhavan
dhuma dhumratmanam bhavan
apayayati govinda
apayayati
apayayati govinda
Padapadmasavam madhu
Padapadmasavam madhu
karmani asmin anasvasai dhuma dhumratmanam bhavan. See this. These sages are saying that we wanted to do this sacrifice, okay, karma kandik yajna or whatever. Dhumra dhumratmanam bhavan. By performing sacrifices, our faces will only become black by the smoke that comes out. But now you are excited. Apayayati Govinda Padapadmasam Madhu Madhu. Because we are drinking the nectar of Govinda's Padapadma, drinking the nectar of the lotus feet of Lord Govinda, which is Madhu, which is so sweet, like honey. We are feeling more enlivening. We are feeling more enlivened. So karma kandik sacrifices, yagyas and all that, they cannot give us as much excitement as sincerely hearing Harikatha. Okay, we may do some protective sacrifices, yagyas are there, they also have their roles to play. But what really nourishes the heart is the sincere description of the glories and pastimes of Lord Hari. So that will excite us more than some rituals, than some kind of yagyas and karma kandik activities. Okay, so they don't have the ability to nourish us. Now these people, the sages of Naimisharanya, they wanted to perform sacrifices before, but now they're hearing Krishna's pastimes from Sutta Goswami. So that's exciting them, right? So next. So the sages of Naimisharanya became very enthusiastic now. Prabhupada writes in the purport that there are some problems with the sacrifices in Kali Yuga. There is scarcity of expert Brahmanas now. And any discrepancy in conducting the sacrifice or chanting the mantras will spoil the whole show. Like, Vritrasur's father, Twashta, he conducted a material sacrifice to get a son who has the ability to kill Indra. But because he chanted the mantras improperly, he got a son who is killed by Indra and not who can kill Indra. You understand? So the result of the sacrifice become totally opposite. So that's the nature of karmakandic sacrifices. So we got opposite results. Next. So Kirti, what do you like? To sit in a sacrifice where so many mantras are being chanted, or just hear Krishna's pastimes? Which is more exciting to you? Huh?
Hear Krishna's pastime.
Hearing Krishna's pastimes is more exciting, not not participating in sacrifices. Okay, but you can see it also sometimes. But you see, that's what these sages are saying. Now, 13th shloka, very beautiful. Tulayamala venapi. Someone recite this. Tulayamala venapi.
तुलयाम लवे
Venapi
Nasvargam na punarbhavam.
Nasvargam na punarbhavat.
Bhagavat sangi sangasya.
Bhagavat Sangi Sangasya.
Martyanam kimuta asishah.
Partyanam Kimutashasya.
This is a very important shloka. Tulayama lavenapi. Tula means you take a balance, right? You take balance. On one side, you put lavamatra sadhu sangha, lavenapi. On the other side, na swargam na punarbhavam. You put swarga, the heavenly happiness, and apunarbhavam, liberation. On one side, you have kept one moment of association of a pure devotee. On the other side, you kept swargaloka, happiness of heavens, and also liberation, happiness of liberation. So which will weigh more? This will weigh more. Okay. So even the greatest benedictions of heavenly happiness and liberation cannot compare with a moment of sangha, moment of association of a pure devotee. This is a greater blessing. And by the way, this Swargaloka is the ultimate aspiration of people who are following karma. And liberation is the ultimate aspiration of people who are following jnana. So the ultimate aspirations of karma path and jnana path are nothing in comparison to a small element of bhakti yoga. Can you just imagine the greatness of the potency of associating with devotees? It's unimaginable. So therefore, the greatest benediction that anyone can get at any time is to associate with devotees. So we need to be very, very careful in our dealings with devotees. This association of devotees is the greatest aspiration of pure devotees, even after seeing Krishna personally. Yesterday we were discussing, what did Dhruva Maharaj say when he saw the Supreme Lord Krishna in front of him after doing his 6 months of tapasya? What did Dhruva Maharaj ask? He did not ask for the position superior to Brahma. He did not ask to take revenge on his stepmother. He did not ask for great wealth or anything like that. All he asked for is, Krishna, please give me the association of devotees and give me opportunities to hear Harikatha in that association. Bhaktim moho pravahatam tvayi me prasango bhuyadananta mahatam amalasayanam yenanjasolbana murum vyasanam bhavabhim neshye bhavad gunakatham. He said that I'm already intoxicated by drinking the nectar of the glories of your pastimes, Krishna. You please help me and bless me with the opportunity to be with your devotees, in which the flow of Krishna Katha river is constantly there. So I want to bathe in that river of Harikatha. I don't want anything else. Okay. So this is the aspiration of pure devotees. Shiva said the same thing. Pracheta said the same thing. Pruthumara said the same thing. And many other devotees, even after seeing the Lord, they are aspiring for this boon. Association of devotees, hearing Harikatha in that association. Okay. That's why Tolayama lavena apina swargam na punarbhavam bhagavat sangi sangasya martyanam kimuta asishaha. So, next. This is the glory of association. Next, in the 14th sloka, the sages of Naimisharanya are further describing the potency of hearing Harikatha. Ko nama trupyet rasavit kathayam mahattamaikanta parayanasya nahantam gunanam agunasya jagmur yogeshwaraye bhava padma mukhyaham. The sages are saying, Ko nama trupyet rasavit kathayam, who will be satiated? Trupti means satisfaction. So, rasavit kathayam, if you are a rasavit, if you are having the potency to understand rasa and relish rasa, but then you will never get tripti in katha. Means, whatever may be the number of hours you have heard Harikatha, you feel like hearing more and more. It's not sufficient. I want to hear more. Aniyor. So Govardhan, although so many items are offered to Govardhan, Giriraj said, Aniyor, I want more. Similarly, devotees may have heard pastimes of Krishna so many times, but they will say, Aniyor, we want to hear more. So, Konama Trupyat Rasavit Kathayam. So, if you are a real relisher of rasa, you will not be bored, you will not be satiated, you will not be exhausted by hearing Harikatha, you will just want to hear more and more. Mahattamaikanta Parayanasya, the Supreme Lord Krishna is the one and only object of shelter for great Mahatmas also. Nantam Gunanam Agunasya Jagmur Yogeshwaraye Bhava Padma Mukhya. Na Antam, there is no end. Gunanam, to the qualities of Krishna. He is Agunasya. He has no material qualities. So, it is very difficult to ascertain the end of the qualities of the Supreme Lord, who has unlimited qualities, who is unaffected by material qualities. He has so many gunas, but he is aguna. When you say aguna or nirguna, that does not mean the Lord does not have attributes. That means that the Lord does not have material qualities. He is unaffected by sattva-guna, rajoguna, and tamoguna. Nantam gunana magunasya jagmur. There is no anta to the qualities. Even Ananta Shesha is describing the qualities of Lord Hari since time immemorial, and he will continue to describe the qualities of the Lord for the rest of eternity. But still there is no end to those qualities. The Lord is unlimited, his qualities are unlimited, his pastimes are unlimited, his glories are unlimited. You keep on describing the glories, for the rest of eternity. You will attain eternal bliss, but you will not end the qualities. Okay, you will not be able to conclude the descriptions. And Yogeshwaraye Bhavapadma Mukhyaha, even great personalities like Shiva and Brahma also relish the qualities of the Lord. Bhava is Shiva, Padma is one who sits on Padma, is that Brahma. So they are Yogeshwaras, they are masters of mystic powers. Although they are masters of mystic powers, even Brahma and Shiva also cannot measure the extent of Lord Vishnu's glories, Lord Krishna's glories. Okay. Ramante yogi no nante satyananda chidatmani iti rama padena su param brahma bhidhiyate. The mystic, divine, unlimited pleasures of the Supreme Lord are, are, are unfathomable, and no one can sufficiently describe them, because the Lord is the supreme relisher of rasa, and because he is the relisher of rasa, he is called Rama, the supreme enjoyer. There is no satiation in describing this. Now, next shloka is very, very interesting, because this shloka describes the greatness of, or the qualities of, a hearer of Bhagavatam and a speaker of Bhagavatam, and also the subject matter. Tanno bhavan vai bhagavat pradhano mahattamaikantaparayanasyam harerudaram charitam vishuddham susrushatam no vitanotu vidvan. Tanno bhavan vai bhagavat pradhano means, here the sages of Naimisharanya are glorifying Suta Goswami as Bhagavat Pradhana. Suta Goswami, what is the glory of your good self to be able to hear or speak Srimad Bhagavatam? The quality of a speaker of Srimad Bhagavatam is Bhagavat Pradhano. A speaker of Bhagavatam has kept Bhagavan, Krishna, as the prime objective of life. Bhagavat Pradhana. Pradhana means chief. Bhagavat means Krishna. So the chief goal or objective of life of any devotee is Krishna, and a person who has kept Krishna as the chief objective of his life is the only person who can sufficiently describe the glories of Krishna. Only dedicated devotees can sufficiently glorify Krishna. If the dedication is not there, if that Bhagavat Pradhana quality is not there, if Bhagavan is not Pradhana, is not chief, you put something else as chief. This is priority to me, not Krishna. My material prosperity is prior to me. My name, fame, prestige is prior to me. Or my facilities that I'm enjoying, they are priority to me. If we keep other priorities and not keep Krishna as priority, if Krishna is not our Pradhana, then we cannot sufficiently glorify Krishna. Right? Tanno bhavanvai bhagavat pradhano. That's the quality of a speaker. The foremost quality of a speaker of Srimad Bhagavatam is to have one-pointed devotion to Krishna. That's what Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita also. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Mam ekam sharanam vraja. Keep me as number one. Eka. Number one is Krishna. Okay. Others are number two, number three, number four. So if we prioritize anything other than Krishna over Krishna, then we cannot glorify Krishna. Simple. So we will be able to simply glorify Krishna nicely to the degree we keep Krishna number one of our life. Krishna is the center of our lives. Yes, you do other things also, no problem. Do the needful to maintain your body and soul together. Do the needful to maintain the family and other friends nicely. Do everything, but Krishna is the priority. Krishna is the center. So if you keep Krishna as the center, everything will fall in place. Now you see there is this fountain here. You are able to see this? See, this fountain is there. So when the water droplets are falling in the lake, or you would throw a stone. That's easy. Easy to tell. You throw a stone in the lake, it forms hundreds of concentric circles, right? All circles are keeping that one stone, that one point on the lake as the center, isn't it? But if you are throwing multiple stones at multiple places, different circles will overlap, right? They are one concentric circle, one ring is here, another ring is here, another ring is here, they just keep overlapping. You'll not get a very, very pleasant experience, okay? So when we keep Krishna in the center, when all of us in the family, when all people in a society or a community or a group of people, everybody is keeping Krishna in the center, so there are no conflicts because concentric circles will not overlap, will not clash. If your circle is here, your circle is here, you kept something as a center, you kept something else as center, you keep overlapping, right? If both of you keep Krishna as a center, then there is no overlapping. There is unity, there is bonding. Somebody's circle may be small, somebody may be big, but both of them kept same center. There is no clash between them. Why people fight? Why devotees fight sometimes? Because of different centers. Different. They kept Krishna. They kept something else as the center. The Prabhupada writes in 4th canto, 30th chapter, 8th purport. Devotees are united for the same purpose of serving Krishna. Of course, the ways in which devotees want to serve Krishna may be different. This is the way I want to serve, and this is the way you want to serve. But they all agree to the principle of rendering service to Krishna. That's what makes a devotee community very beautiful, very great, very sweet. So when everybody is keeping Krishna in the center, they may be doing different services to Krishna according to their different capacities. Somebody has small circle, somebody has big circle, but everybody's circle has one center, that is Krishna. So the community or a group of devotees that keep Krishna as the center will receive all protection and all affection from Krishna. But when we fight with each other, when we hold grudges and negativity and envy towards other devotees, that will pain Krishna's heart. Okay, that will hurt Krishna's heart. So, I mean, coming back to this point, Tanno Bhavan Vai Bhagavat Pradhana. Bhagavan should be our Pradhana. Bhagavan should be the chief objective of our life. Tanno Bhavan Vai Bhagavat Pradhana. Then we will be able to glorify Krishna. So, why am I not glorifying Krishna properly? Somebody may say. When somebody asks me, can you speak something about Krishna? I go blank. I don't know how to speak about Krishna. Then we should go back and check, am I keeping Krishna in the center? Right? So not that everyone should become an orator, should become a speaker. That's not the point. But everyone should keep Krishna in the center of their lives and try to mold all the activities of life in such a way that their devotion for Krishna is enhanced and not degraded. Whatever we are doing in life, whether it is eating or sleeping or interacting with people or working or whatever we are doing, if we are doing with the sole purpose of connecting with Krishna, pleasing Krishna, serving Krishna, satisfying Krishna, that is spiritual life. That's why Bhagavatam says, Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. Haritoshana is the prime objective of a devotee. Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. Same thing, Bhagavat Pradhan is mentioned. Bhagavat Pradhan and Samsiddhir Haritoshanam are non-different. Okay. Tanno Bhavan Vai Bhagavat Pradhano. So the qualification of a Bhagavatam speaker is Bhagavat Pradhana. Mahattama Ekanta Parayanasya. Mahattama Ekanta Parayanasya. This line came in the previous shloka also. So Krishna is the exclusive shelter of all great sages. Mahattamas means great Mahatmas. Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Mahatmanastu mam partha daivim prakriti mashrita bhajanti ananya vanaso gnatva bhutadimavyayam. Who is a Mahatma? He takes shelter of Radharani and bhajanti ananya vanaso. He worships Krishna without any deviations in the mind. Such a devotee is called Mahatma. And here the same thing is mentioned. Mahattama Ekanta Parayanasya. Krishna is the one and only shelter of a devotee. The chief shelter, the supreme shelter of a devotee is Lord Krishna. So that's what is mentioned here. And when we keep Krishna in the center and Krishna is the prime object of our life, we will be able to glorify Krishna nicely. We will be able to do Krishna Katha nicely, and we can relish Krishna Katha also nicely. So now what is the quality of subject matter? Hare Udaram Charitam Vishuddham. Hare Udara Charitam. Lord Hari's Charita narrations are very Udara, very benevolent, very, very merciful. Vishuddham, they are extremely pure, transcendental. They are not mundane narrations. The subject matter of our discussion should be Hare Udaram Charitam Vishuddham. Then next, Susrushatam no Vitanotu Vidvan. What is the qualification of a hearer? Susrushatam. To hear with eagerness, to be very receptive of Harikatha. So, the qualification of a speaker of Bhagavatam is Bhagavat Pradhana. The qualification of a hearer of Bhagavatam is Susrushatam, eagerness to hear. And the quality of subject matter is Hare Udaram Charitam Vishuddham. So, the quality of subject matter of our discussion is the narrations of Krishna, the pastimes of Krishna. When two devotees come together, they should discuss the glories of Krishna. They should discuss the Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela of Krishna. To the degree we spiritualize our conversations with other devotees, to the degree we can connect with Krishna together. To the degree we bring in some mundane subject matters, gossip, criticism, and all kinds of mundane material topics, to that degree we are not taking advantage of this human life. So yeah, we can discuss for all practical purposes, we can discuss few subjects. But ultimately, if we bring in Krishna Katha as the center of our conversations, then we nourish ourselves together, individually and collectively, we come closer to Krishna. Okay, that's what makes our spiritual life more relishable and nourishing and less exhausting. Because to live in this material world is very exhausting. I hope some of you, maybe all of you, must have experienced this. Are you not exhausted living in this material world? Even if the ambience is very peaceful and serene or whatever it may be, exhaustion is there. Excitements are less, exhaustions are more in this world. So in this world where most of the situations are very tiring, tiresome, fearsome, exhausting, the only thing that is enlivening us is Harikatha. Only thing that enlivens us and gives us hope and brings us closer to Krishna is Harikatha. And we can effectively do Harikatha only with devotees of Krishna. Therefore, the most valuable gifts that we ever receive in this world are devotee association and Bhagavatam. Bhaktas, devotees and Bhagavatam will make our life more successful, meaningful, and fruitful. So let's go to the next sloka. How much time we have? Okay, I'll conclude. I'll not cover all the syllabus that you have given me. Savai Mahabhagavatah Parikshit Yenapavargakhyamadabhra buddhihi Jnanena Vaiyasakishabditena Bheje Khagendra Dhvajapada Moolam. Savai Mahabhagavatah Parikshit. This Parikshit Maharaj is Mahabhagavat devotee. Yenapavargakhyamadabhra buddhihi. So this devotee inquired about the glories of Krishna in front of Vyasaki. Vyasaki is Vyasadev's son, that is Sukadeva Goswami. Okay, so Adabhra Buddhihi, his intelligence is completely fixed in Krishna consciousness. So with Krishna in his heart, with great eagerness to hear Harikatha nicely, Parikshit Maharaj asked so many questions, and Sukadeva Goswami answered those questions. Bheje Khagendra Dhvajapada Moolam. So he attained liberation ultimately. He went to the lotus feet of the Lord, who is Khagendra Dhvaja, who is the shelter of Lord Garuda. So basically some detail is given about the Supreme Lord. But the essence of this shloka is this Mahabhagavata Parikshit Maharaj became very eager to hear Harikatha from Sukadeva Goswami. Okay, next. And he was not an impersonalist. Sukadeva Goswami was a devotee of Krishna. Earlier he had some kind of Brahman attractions, but all that is gone now. Prabhupada writes in the purport, Parinishthitopi nairgunya uttama shloka leelaya grihita cheta rajarshe akyanam yadadhitavan. He says, although although Sukadeva Goswami was absorbed in Brahman conception at some point, but when he heard the Leelas of Uttama Shloka, his heart became melted. Okay, and he became attracted to Krishna. Next, 17th shloka. We are concluding now. Last shloka for today. 17th shloka. Someone wants to recite this shloka? You can unmute yourself and recite. Tannah param punyamasamritartham.
Tanna param
पुण्यमसम्पुरुषार्थम्
Tannah param punyamasamritartham.
तन्नः परं पुण्यमसम्वृतार्थम्
Akhyanamadhyadbhutayoganishtham.
आख्यानमत्यद्भुतयोगनिष्ठम्
Akhyahyananta charitopapannam.
आख्याह्यनन्ताचरितो
Parikshitam bhagavatabhiramam.
पारीक्षितं भागवताभिरामम्.
Thank you. Tannaha param punyam samvritartham. This is a very interesting shloka. So this shloka describes how Bhagavatam is enriched with devotional service, specially enriched with devotional service. Let's see this. Tannaha. Oh, Sutta Goswami, please speak that same Srimad Bhagavatam spoken by Sukadeva Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj. That's what they mentioned in the previous shloka. Now they are saying, Tannaha param punyam. Bhagavatam is extremely pious. What is this punyam? Reading Bhagavatam, hearing Bhagavatam is a pious activity? No. Piety or punya is of two types. One is material piety, second is spiritual piety. Okay. Material piety will take us to upper planets in this material universe. Spiritual piety will take us beyond the material universe and makes us enter into the spiritual world, spiritual kingdom. So when you say punya, please understand the context. Tannaha param punyam asamvritartham. Param punyam means hearing Srimad Bhagavatam is a spiritually pious activity. Param punyam asamvritartham. So that Bhagavatam is spoken as it is. The philosophy of Bhagavatam is transmitted very transparently by great sages like Sukadeva Goswami. Param punyam asamvritartham akyanam atyadbhuta yoganishtham. Atyadbhuta means extremely wonderful. Yoganishtham means it is compact with bhakti yoga. Akhyahyananta charito papannam. Akhyahi, please describe that Bhagavatam which is Ananta Charitopapannam. It is the Charita. It is a narration of the activities of Lord Ananta. Parikshitam Bhagavatabhiramam. It is Parikshitam. It is spoken to Parikshit Maharaj and Bhagavata Abhiramam. It is very, very dear to all the devotees, Bhagavatas. Bhagavatas hold Bhagavatam as very dear to the heart. Bhagavata Abhiramam. So please describe Bhagavatam. In this way, the sages of Naimisharanya expressed their intense eagerness to hear Harikatha from Sutta Goswami. So with this, we'll conclude. Thank you very much. Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank
Any
you so much.
questions or comments?
You took us to Naimisharanya forest, literally, like with all these background and everything.
Hare Krishna. Means you are living at Naimisharanya.
Yes,
Yes,
Prema.
Prabhu. Premananda Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for such a beautiful summarization of chapter 18. Prabhu, you mentioned about blessings, and you said that when someone sincerely desires welfare for others, Krishna reciprocates. So, does the person who desires, also benefit in that process? Does Krishna also say, oh, he's such a wonderful devotee, desiring welfare for others, let me also bless him? Does it also work that way?
Yeah. When anyone sincerely desires the welfare of others, spiritual welfare of others, Krishna becomes extremely grateful. By praying for another devotee, Krishna will bless us also. By invoking blessings upon another devotee, Krishna will bless us also. Bali Maharaj did not do any sadhana. He is not a sadhana siddha. He did not do sadhana to perfect his life. Bali Maharaj was the grandson of Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj prayed for Bali Maharaj. Oh, my dear Lord, the way you have given me mercy, you give my grandson also some mercy. So the Lord blessed Bali Maharaj as Vamanadev. So prayers will act as great ways to invoke blessings of Krishna. Okay. So we need to genuinely desire welfare of others. And we should also understand that some devotees must have genuinely desired my welfare. That's why I'm able to chant Hare Krishna today. It's Prabhupada's prayers, because of which we are here doing bhakti. It is the prayers of all our acharyas, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. It's a prayer of our own gurus, spiritual masters, and other Vaishnavas. It's only their blessings that we are around now, right? So I'm discovering so many devotees here are blessing me. That's why I'm practicing bhakti today. I'm discovering what is facilitating my devotional service, because many devotees are blessing here, are offering prayers. Okay, thank you. Heartfelt prayers, selfless prayers.
Thank you.
Krishna Jivani Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. Very nice class, Prabhu, very nice. I have a question about the point you made about Bhagavat Pradhana. One who puts Krishna in the center alone can sufficiently glorify Krishna. Sometimes we are asked to give Sunday feast classes and all that. But after hearing this, I'm questioning, am I qualified to give a Sunday feast class if I already know that Krishna is not yet in the center for me? So
You said not yet the center, means you want to keep him the center, and I am sure he is already the center to a significant, considerable degree. To that degree, we can glorify Krishna. Okay. So, without keeping Krishna in the center of our lives, we will not come this far. So, to some degree, it has happened, and we need to intensify it, strengthen it, deepen it. So, that's what we need to do. There is already some connection made by the mercy of Guru, Krishna, and Vaishnavas. We have already made some little progress towards Krishna. So, with whatever love we have for Krishna, with whatever spiritual advancement we have made so far, with whatever blessings that we have received so far, with whatever understanding about Krishna's Nama Rupa Gana Lila that we have gained so far, let us glorify Krishna. So there is never a day where we can claim that, yes, now I understood completely about Krishna. Asamshayam samagram mam yatha gnasasi tat shrunu, hear me. Krishna can say that to Arjuna to encourage all of us. But actually, in that statement, what Krishna said, it's not possible. Asamshayam samagram mam. And how can you completely understand Krishna? Even Krishna cannot understand himself completely. So he's innocently making this statement, Asamshayam samagram. But what Krishna meant there is, you will understand whatever is required for you to come to me. You may not understand everything about Krishna. So now let me show you one shloka from the third canto of Bhagavatam. 7.35 or 36, let's see. Not this one. 30. Okay, let me search like this. Tathapi kirtayam. Tathapi kirtayam yanga yatha mati yatha shrutam. I'm not finding this shloka, therefore I'm speaking on my own. You can see third canto somewhere it's there. Tathapi kirtayam yanga yatha mati yatha shrutam. Kirtim harehe swam satkartum giram anyabhidasatim. So this shloka is spoken by Maitreya Muni to Vidura. He said that I don't know about Krishna so much, but I will glorify Krishna for my own purification. Krishna may not be the center of my life yet, but I still have few other things in my mind. Still, by glorifying Krishna, I will bring Krishna into the center of my life. That's the aspiration. Okay, he's not yet the center of my life, but by glorifying him, I'll eventually bring him at the center of my life. So, for my own purification, to make the power of my speech chaste, I will glorify Krishna. That's the mood.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
Next.
Is it Prem Sindhu?
Yes.
PSD? Yeah.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Yeah, it's abbreviated, but yeah. So, thank you, Prabhu, for the class. You were talking about how in Kali Yuga, whatever we do in mind is not considered until we actually do it. But we have instances in Chaitanya Leela where Sachi Mata, she had some Sachi Mata had some like resentment towards Advaita Acharya because of Advaita Acharya, Vishwarup took sannyas. And that's why in Mahaprakash Leela, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not want to give mercy to Sachi Mata. That's one instance. Second instance is of Chota Haridas. Chota Haridas, in his mind, he committed an offense, or he looked lustfully at. So, how do we reconcile this? Because it was not actually done, but you were saying that in the mind, the offenses are not considered seriously. So, yeah.
So, 2 points. When we commit an offense in the mind, or when we think of doing something wrong or have some negative thoughts within the mind, they will not affect us if they are just passing by the mind. Because after all, the material mind of a Kali Yuga soul is disturbed. Prayen alpayush sabhya kalavasmin yuge janaha manda sumanda matayoha manda bhagyahi upadhritaha, means the mind is constantly affected, disturbed. So we are not so much penalized for those disturbing thoughts, but problem is, if we dwell on those thoughts, negative thoughts, the thoughts will become expressions verbally and actions physically. So if we stop it there itself, if we stop the negative thoughts at the thought level only and ignore them, neglect them, run away from them, and not allow them to become expressions and actions. Now, if you are not doing dhyayato vishayan pumsa sangasteshopajayati, if you are not deeply contemplating on those thoughts and making them into words and actions, then we are saved. But if we dwell deeply on those negative thoughts, eventually they'll become words, eventually they'll become actions, and we'll be penalized. Therefore, although there is some concession given to us in not penalizing us so much for having some negative thoughts in the mind, but if you are not careful, the thoughts will become words and actions, and will be penalized, definitely punished. So, coming to the 2 examples that you have mentioned from the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, yes, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was apparently upset with Mother Sachi for thinking whatever she thought about Advaita Acharya out of love and affection and attachment to Lord Chaitanya only. And the purpose of Mahaprabhu's enacting this special Leela is to give us a very, very grave caution note about the dangers of Vaishnava Parad. We cannot perform even mental offenses towards Vaishnavas. Basically, the message is never disrespect a Vaishnava even within your mind. Never minimize the position of a Vaishnava even within your mind. So by being strict even towards his own mother, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving us a very, very grave message, lesson. Beware of Vaishnava Parad. But if you see it from other angle, Sachi Mata is the eternal mother of Lord Krishna, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How can the Lord be upset with Sachi Mata? Okay. So, and in fact, her position is even greater than Advaitacharya. You see, in the Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami says very clearly, Nemam virincho na bhavo na shrirapyanga samshrayat prasadam lebhire gopi yattat prapa vimuktidat. The mercy received by Mother Yashoda was not received by Virinchi, Brahma, or Bhava, Shiva, or even Lakshmi. Mother Yashoda's position is superior to even Brahma, Shiva, and Lakshmi. And here is Shiva who appeared as Advaitacharya. Okay, definitely Sachimata's position is superior to Advaitacharya. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to demonstrate the effects of Vaishnava Aparadh. Therefore, he used his own eternal associates to give us a message. The other day we were discussing how the activities of Lakshmanji or Sita or Bharat or other personalities in Ramayana or Bhishma in Mahabharata. So they are giving us different lessons. So these characters are enacting some pastimes, some activities, so that we get some lessons. But definitely Mother Yashoda is not, Mother Sachi is not a Kali-yuga conditioned soul, and her internal, whatever comment that she made about Advaitacharya is technically not an aparadh on the level of a conditioned soul's aparadh. Okay, that's one point. As far as Chota Haridas is concerned, Chota Haridas, yes, he lustfully glanced on a young woman when he went to beg from one motherly lady. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu specifically wanted to instruct all the renunciants, be very careful in your dealings with the opposite gender. Okay, never allow that lustful thoughts to enter your mind. Respect everyone as a mother. So he is just giving us a very grave message by punishing Chota Haridas for even that mental offense. It is only to demonstrate. It is to demonstrate the effects of lust to all the people in renounced order and even other general devotees, and not exactly that he disowned Chota Haridas. Apparently he did, but ultimately Chota Haridas also received the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He would appear in a special form and sing the glories of Lord Hari, does kirtan for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Internally the Lord did not disown him, but apparently externally he became extremely strict with him to give a message to all of us. Same thing he did with Gopinath Patnaik also. Same thing Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did with Kala Krishna Das also. So in these three cases, Kala Krishna Das, Chota Haridas, Gopinath Patnaik, Mahaprabhu has been extremely strict. But most of the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Chaitanya Charitamrita are depicting only his mercy more than his strictness, right? He is strict as far as establishing the principles of renounced order is concerned. He is extremely strict, and through his associates he is giving us lessons, but that does not mean he is neglectful or disowning his associates. Does it make sense, Prabhu?
Yes, thank you. Sometimes just feel that Lord Chaitanya is very strict with, those who commit Vaishnava Aparadh. Although he's Mahavadanyaya, he's very munificent, but when there is he also becomes as hard as a thunderbolt. Like with Kal Krishna Das also, he was saying, I don't want to see him after he came back from South India tour. He said, I don't want to see him. And then ultimately Nityananda Prabhu and everybody engaged. So although in one side he's very munificent and very, we say Namo Mahavadanyaya, but there are pastimes where he's very, very stern and strict like that. So.
Yes. So Mahaprabhu exhibits his strictness towards some devotees who have done some mistakes, just like Chota Haridas and Kala Krishna Das and Gopinath Patnaik. He misappropriated government's money. Mahaprabhu became very strict towards him. But through his devotees, Mahaprabhu is also showing mercy. as you said, Nityananda Prabhu, Nityananda, Jagadananda, Damodara, Mukunda, all of them engaged Srila Krishna Das in a service. And he went to Shantipur and informed about Mahaprabhu's return from his South India Yatra. And he gave so much of happiness to Advaitacharya and all the devotees at Shantipur. He became a recipient of their blessings. So yes, Mahaprabhu wants to exemplify what a renunciant, how a renunciant should behave. But at the same time, with the heart of a benevolent, munificent Lord, he is showing some mercy through his devotees towards these people who have committed some mistakes also. But he is very strict on his stance. We cannot compromise on the sannyasa standards. Otherwise, it will become a protocol. It will become a he will set a different kind of example for sannyasis. Oh, it's okay. People may think like that. So Mahaprabhu wants to be strict also. So, but he is sensitive also. He exhibited a perfect balance between strictness and sensitivity by personally remaining very stern, but showing grace through his devotees. Okay, Prabhu. There is much more we can discuss on it, but I'll conclude here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So we'll conclude here.
Yeah, sure, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for giving this wonderful nectar. Yeah, thank you for giving your valuable time. And we also have one more home program today evening at the Johi Mataji's house. Please join for the program. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Padmaksha Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.